My name is Sharon Tunson. I am the Assistant Dean of High School Programs. Welcome to Career Start. Welcome to Pikes Peak Community College. We're so happy that you chose this program to get a jump start on your future. I just want to share some tips with you that will help you to be successful while you're in our program. The first thing I would ask you to do is to just be present. Show up, whether it's in face-to-face meetings, whether it's a Zoom meeting, or in class asynchronously. We want you to just show up for 2 hours and 40 minutes a day. That way, you don't miss anything. You get all of the information that you need to be successful in our program. Show up, ask questions. If there's something you don't understand, you need to ask your teacher immediately. Don't go away without your questions getting answered. That is what we are here for. Also, this summer, you received some information which included the code of conduct that we use for the Career Start program. It's very much like the packet of information that you would receive as a regular college student. It is the code of conduct for Pikes Peak Community College, and there are just a few things on there that are different for high school students than regular college students. Number one, you have to be here. As I said, usually our high school students get 5 unexcused absences per quarter. But this time we're going to be a little more lenient with that because if you're sick, we do not want you to come to campus. We do not want you to show up. If you are on campus, you must wear a mask. Your teachers will be masked. You must wear a mask and provide your own mask. When you are in our classes, you will be socially distanced for your safety. And there will also be hand sanitizers around, and you'll need to wash your hands frequently. But first of all, you need to be here. If you have an online class, your teachers will expect you to be present. We will keep a track of your attendance, and we will get that information to your high school counselors, to your high school principals, and career technical education directors. You must be here. The other thing is the code of conduct that you receive. There are 3 things that will get you asked to leave Pikes Peak Community College immediately. One of them is number 4, and that is fighting on our campus or any kinds of disputes that you would have. We know that many things start online and show up in our classrooms or in our video classes. But if you have a problem with another student, the first person you need to talk to would be your instructor. If you're having trouble and can't seem to find a way to come to an agreement with another student or your teacher, then you need to ask for help from somebody in the high school programs office. Number 7, students are not allowed, of course, to be under the influence of drugs or in possession of drugs while they are on this campus. Drugs of any kind. Please, you don't need to bring those onto our campus. If you are found to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, ask to leave campus immediately. Number 10 is no weapons. Weapons are not allowed on this campus, so please make sure you leave your weapons at home. There is something that is different for high school students. You are not allowed to smoke, vape, dip, chew while you are on our campus. You will not be allowed to do anything on our campus that is not allowed on your high school campuses. So no drugs, no drinking, no possession of weapons, and again, settle your disputes with your mouths and not your fists, and you will be fine. The other thing that you need to understand is if you or anybody in your family is experiencing the symptoms of COVID-19, we would ask that you stay home. If you get to our campus and you get sick, we will ask you to leave immediately. There is a form that we would ask you to fill out for the Dean of Students here at the college. If you have COVID symptoms or you have been diagnosed with COVID-19, that can be found on our website. We want you to be successful here. And the way to do that is to be present, show up, ask questions, and if you're sick, we want you to stay home. The other thing I want you to understand is that the best way to be successful in college is to show up, do your work, and turn it in on time. I have lots of experience with high school and middle school students, and I'm always amazed when they say, well, I did it, but I just didn't turn it in. Well, it doesn't count if you don't turn it in. So we would ask that you turn in your work immediately Your teachers on the first couple of days will show you exactly how to do that and what their expectations for that are. There's an exercise that I do with Career Start students that ask them to hear my voice in the back of their heads. I want them to understand the power of zero. So if you've had a long weekend and you get to the end of the weekend and you have something that's due in your college class on Monday morning and you just don't feel like doing it, I want you to hear my voice saying the power of zero. Let's do this exercise. If you take 100, 90, 92, and 94 and add it up, it's 376. If you divide that by 4, you come out with a 94%. Great, you've got an A. You're on a good start in Career Start. But if you add a 0 to that mix, 100, 90, 92, 94, and then a 0, and divide by 5, you come up with a 75%. So just by not doing one assignment, you have gone from an A to a C. So if you get ready to not push send and turn in one of your assignments for your class, hear my voice in the back of your head saying the power of zero. So you need to be present, you need to ask questions, you need to turn in your work, and you need to turn in your work on time. There's so many ways that you can receive help here at Pikes Peak Community College. You can do it in person, you can request a tutor online, you can even get tutoring online. So take advantage of all of the ways that we have here to help you. Also, if you have an IEP or you have a 504 plan, you are entitled to accommodations to fit what your learning needs are. But you must register those needs with our accessibility services. If you have not signed up to have a meeting with them, you can make sure that the accommodations you need to be successful are going to be met by your college instructors, you need to do that right away. The high school programs office will help you to make those appointments, and you can do it on phone and you can do it online. Just go to our website and access accessibility services and sign up with what you need, and we will see that your accommodations are met. They may not be the same accommodations that you receive in high school, but we will give you the accommodations that you need to be successful. We will also ask you to sign a Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, also known as the Purple Form, when you arrive. As college students, you have the opportunity to decide who gets your records and who gets any information about you and who we can release those to. You also have the opportunity to decide what records you will allow us to release to that person. And you do that by signing the FERPA form. And we will have you fill one of those out on the first days of school. If you are coming to campus to pick up your books and you have signed up for a time to do so, then you can also do the FERPA form at that time. We hope that you will ask for help if you need it, you will be present, and you will do the very best job that you can do to get a jump start on your future. But anytime you find that you need our help or assistance with anything at all, please feel free to ask us. As a Pikes Peak Community College student, you also have the opportunity to drop or withdraw from a class. If you get to a class and for some reason you cannot do the class, let's say maybe you got sick and you're going to miss a lot of that class, then you have the ability to drop that class. Your teachers will share the drop and withdrawal dates with you when you arrive here. If you get to almost the end of the class and you find that it's mathematically impossible for you to pass the class, then you have the opportunity to withdraw from the class. Any of those discussions need to start with your instructor. You need to tell them if you're having a problem with class, if you're having a problem, if you don't understand any of the material, all of that needs to start with your classroom instructor. And then we will walk you through the ability to withdraw from class. You have all rights and privileges of every Pikes Peak Community College student while you are here, and we want you to take advantage of those. You can use our computer labs, you can use our tutoring, our learning commons. You can ask for tutoring from any of our students on campus. You can also use our library at any time. You can use our gym. all with that Pikes Peak Community College ID. You can even ride the city bus with your Pikes Peak Community College ID. So welcome to Pikes Peak Community College. Welcome to Career Start. We're so glad you chose our programs to help you get a jump start on your future. We look forward to seeing you soon.